With this being February, we know that this is the 1 month that African American people have been given to celebrate ourselves in all of our wonderful glory and love ourselves. Also, it's Love Month, and looking at what that really is and what that really shows up as. For me, I think that self-love is key. We've talked about that before. We've talked about embracing who you really are. We've had a lot of conversations with clients who have said that when they meet somebody, that representative shows up for the first 3 months and what that really looks like. But when we really talk about Valentine's Day and this man-made holiday that you're supposed to represent love and loving someone, how do you do that? What does that look like for you?
I mean, Valentine's Day, the person I love, I just show my love, and in a way of with gifts and spending time. And
I think it's a bunch of BS though. I think it's unfair
how does a bunch of BS?
Because why do you have to delegate this one day to all of your glory of love? Why do you? I mean, if we're
it's not like you just it's only this day, because some what I'm saying, like you do things any day of the year,
but everybody doesn't. Now,
I'm not saying everybody does, but some do.
I think it's.
But on this day, everybody we grew up on this day, we show love. We show love on this day.
I don't. Since I was young, on Valentine's Day, I would wear black. I mean, I would also wear pink and red because it was fun. But I would mostly wear black because my thing is, why do I have to have this man-made holiday for you to prove to me that I'm special? Like, even in school, think about it. Junior high school, it was he bought her flowers, or he bought her candy, or he bought her a bed, or he got her a gift. Like, if you love me, why you can't love me on March the 15th? Why you can't love me on November the 18th? But the way that this whole falsehood of love shows up is that we've created this thing in America where we have to give everything on this particular day. Everything is centered around this day. You're supposed to have these wonderful gifts and time sharing on this particular day, and I think that's really unfair.
So you're not so let me ask you, on this day you're not acceptance of people.
When I get into relationships, I usually tell my significant other, like, that's not a real holiday.
But what if that day is in a place of doing that on holiday?
I mean, that's cool if that's what you want to do, but for me it ain't no big deal. I don't need chocolate covered strawberries on February the 14th. Why you couldn't give them to me on April the 8th?
So you too much of a thug to accept.
It's not even about being a thug. It's just about, for me, I feel like it's a lot of created fantasy around this particular day. I just feel like, to me, it's a holiday that we have decided, just like how we destroyed Christmas and the realities of it being Jesus' birthday, it's now a time because they brought him these gifts when he was born, we have to now give gifts to show that we are representing what? Because Santa Claus is not a thing.
So on Valentine's Day, you come home. Mm-hmm. Your man got rose petals from the door all the way up the steps to the room. Hot, all around the bed, flowers, gifts, food, all these things, balloons flooding the room. What you gonna say? That's some corny.
Nah, I ain't gonna say we're gonna hump because you put a lot of
so you enjoy that, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be that day. Like, why is that day so?
If that's something that he's used to doing, what's the problem?
It's not a problem.
And not saying that he won't do it any other day. So why not do it that day as well? It's not saying that he only won't.
If you love me sporadically. You don't have to show up for me on the day when everybody expects for you to show up. Show up for me on a day when I'm having a bad day.
But what if he does do that as well?
I'm appreciative. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna appreciate it, but what I'm saying is,
it's not basically overrated then, because you're saying if a man do the same things he do on a regular day, you okay for him doing on that day?
I get that, but most people I have a lot of female friends that I've known over the years that base how much a man loves them on what they do for them on that day. And that's not fair for me. I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous to say that on this one particular man-made holiday. First of all, when we look at Cupid, let's look at the origin of it. Cupid was the god of love, right? But it was not the way in which we thought. It was the god of manipulation. He was the god of creativity as far as making people believe something that was necessarily not. Why do you have to take this holiday that we've created for me was created by Hallmark. I tell people that all the time because they gonna get the most money, right? You're gonna buy cards, you're gonna buy flowers, you're gonna buy all this BS to prove to me that you care about me. For me, it will make more sense for you to show up on a day when I graduated from school, or a day when I had a hard day at work, or just because you got off and you saw the man on the side of the road selling flowers and you thought about me. That's way more important to me than for me to be sitting at home anticipating, oh my God, what is he going to do today? Because everybody else is showing love today. That's so dumb.
Did you go a lot of Valentine's Day without receiving gifts?
No, I got gifts, and I would tell the people that I was
doing. Did you go a lot of Valentine's Day without receiving gifts?
No.
That's what it seems like.
It's not.
It's like you telling yourself, putting yourself in this.
I'm not. I just, it was never a thing for me. So,
perspective.
My father told me when I was very young.
But you will want it.
My father, it's nothing. I'ma love it no matter what, because it's who it's from, and I appreciate you and I love you and I thank you for thinking of me. But my father told me very young.
Have you ever went without?
What, on Valentine's Day?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You never had a Valentine's Day when you ain't get nothing from the mail?
Once I got and I would say in two relationships that I've had, and I made it very clear to the person I was dealing with that it doesn't mean anything to me.
Okay.
They didn't do it.
But
prior to that,
you put that in your head.
I didn't put it in my head. It wasn't a thing for me. If you love me every day.
I figured out what it is, because a lot of women who goes to that extent of try to say that it's not a big deal and things like that, is because they go so many Valentine's Day without.
It wasn't
they don't
so
want
many
to feel
though.
away on that day, so I get.
That's not
That's okay.
That's not true. For me, I just feel like if you love me every day. We don't have to fight for a reservation at a restaurant unless it's a restaurant where everybody wants to go.
But it don't mean you gotta go all out and buy a Chanel bag on Valentine's Day.
But that's what it's become.
If you can't, you still can do something. You buy some balloons, some flowers, okay?
But that's what it has become, this competition. It's become a thing where it's like, okay.
Not every case though.
Yes, the people
unless you're looking at things on social media and you
the women that I know and the women that I've been around get into this place where it's almost like it's a competitive state. Like I know women right now that are going through relationship challenges that have called me and been like, F Valentine's Day, I don't know what I'm gonna do on the 14th. I'm not gonna check my social media. I'm not gonna answer my phone. Why? If he didn't love you on February the 1st, he ain't gonna love you on the 14th. What the hell is the difference? Honestly, like I'm not trying to be funny, but if he don't care about you on April the 2nd, what's the difference in him not caring about you on February the 14th?
You want to feel special on that day?
Feel special every day. Why I can't feel special on Monday just because it fell on a Tuesday? Like I don't understand that. To me, it's just ridiculousness that we put this pressure on our relationships. Let's say, for instance, if you got married on February the 1st, right? And your significant other went all out. They bought you gifts and all this stuff for your relationship and telling you how much they love you and they appreciate you, cook you dinner or took you out or whatever. Now it's 13 days later. He got to do it all over again? That's ridiculous.
You don't got to go as hard, but he can do something. He can do something slight.
Man,
do a card, of balloons, flowers.
Text me and tell me you love me.
Cook a dinner. Take you out.
Come home. Let's have good sex. I mean, like, I just don't understand why you have to go so hard.
You're saying that, but it's like you feel good. That it's a thought that counts.
But I feel good when you do it anytime. Why does it have to be this particular day? It's not my birthday. It's not our anniversary. Like, why do you... It could even just be I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you saw that morning and you decided to stop and give me a call.
It's not like saying he won't do it on that day. I'm just saying, like, why not? Why be so against him doing it on Valentine's?
I'm not against it per se, but I'm just saying I know a lot of people who put so much emphasis on just that day. They don't look at it like okay, for instance, like I said,
so basically, you put yourself in the mindset that you don't want get your feelings hurt.
It's not even necessarily about my feelings being hurt.
If you don't receive, you don't get your feelings.
It's not necessarily about my. You already knew before it got to the 14th he wasn't gonna do it. So what your feelings hurt for?
You do?
Yeah. If you dealing with somebody that don't give a damn about you, you knew on February 1st they wasn't gonna
don't give a damn about you.
Most people do.
Why?
People in relationships, because this is what you're accustomed to. You dealt with that person for so long, or you've been in a relationship for so long, and you know what they're gonna do and not do. So you already knew before you got to the 14th what it was. You just lived in this fantasy land until the 14th of, well, maybe he might. And now the 14th he ain't do it. Now you look confused. What are you confused about? You knew he wasn't gonna do it. Where's the lie?
So why stay somewhere and you're not?
That's a personal
Like,
struggle of them. That don't
feel?
have nothing to do with me. I can't answer that for everybody else. You know, most people know in their mind what they're dealing with. Most people, and with most relationships, and I'm not even going to just say women, men and women live in this falsehood of maybe one day this person will show up. Maybe one day this person will do right. And so now you're going to put yourself in a situation that you know don't even make sense on the 14th of February to say, you know what? This person hasn't shown up for me all of 2015, 2016, 2017, however long y'all been together. But on Valentine's Day, they're going to buy me a gift. That's dumb. If he wasn't doing it for you any other time, why are he going to do it today? Because his man told him to do it? Because society told him to do it? Like, it doesn't even add up. If somebody's going to show up for you, they're going to show up for you any other time. Yes, it's great if I came home and it was flowers or it was rose petals on the floor. But why you can't just do that because it's Wednesday? What's hard about that? Why do you have to have a specific time when everybody else is celebrating?
Nobody can't do it on a Wednesday. I'm just saying, like, what you saying that if he's doing it on these other days, why can't he do it on Valentine's Day? It's my question.
So that's the thing. If you're doing it any other day, Valentine's Day is not as significant because you always do it. So I always know you love me and I always see or receive the love. If you weren't doing it any other day, then why even believe that you're going to do it on that day? So why not put yourself in a position to just say, hey, this is what it is.
So basically you're saying if you do any other day, all you got to do Valentine's Day, just say Happy Valentine's Day. And you
if it's not something that you press for. Now, if there's something, now there are some people who I know that celebrate every holiday. They wear green on St. Patrick's Day, all that. That's their thing. So if you celebrate all those holidays, or if you're big, some women are really big on Valentine's Day. Cool. But why is it so important for him to only celebrate you when he's restricted to a day?
I don't think people only want to be celebrated on that day. I don't think that's it.
I think that they put too much into it, though. That's like Christmas, right? We talked about this previously. Me and you had a conversation about Christmas, and you said, okay, if you don't have it on Christmas, why can't you tell your kids to wait till after Christmas, right? And my answer to you was, because that's what I'm accustomed to. I'm accustomed to Christmas comes, you're supposed to get gifts, you're supposed to do this. In real life, after we had the conversation, I thought about it, I'm like, dang, it's really not that necessary. But because it's something that I've done since I was a kid, I never went to Christmas without my mother buying me gifts. I never went to Christmas. My mother said on December the 23rd, hey, when the 25th rolled around, I ain't got it. Like, you knew the 25th was coming. So for my mindset and how I grew up, I now look at it like, you know the 25th is always coming. Why don't they have it on the 25th? That's how some people think about Valentine's Day. They look at it like their whole life, or this is something they're accustomed to celebrating. So now it's a big deal on that particular day. When in all actuality, after we had that conversation, I thought about it like, dang, I do it for my kids all the time. They get shoes and clothes and whatever they ask for all the time. So me putting emphasis on this one day, y'all, yeah, you got a relationship with Jesus in your mind, but y'all wasn't there. Why are you celebrating his birthday? Why are you getting gifts? It doesn't have to be that big of a thing.
I'm saying even for Valentine's Day, even if you don't go all out, you still can do the thoughtful things. Like, you can cook dinner, give a card, some balloons, some flowers, something. It's still the thought that counts. So
I agree.
But
I'm saying, I'm not speaking for not saying because you love somebody that you don't want to also give them gifts. What I'm saying is there are people in relationships who will dump their significant other or be pissed for a whole rest of the month because they didn't get those things. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. It's not your birthday. It's not your anniversary. It's a day that has been ordained by the calendar of America that this is Love Day. And so you have to do this because that's what they said.
So before you thought like that, have you ever experienced a Valentine's Day when you was hurt by somebody didn't give you what you wanted?
Absolutely. Everybody has. Everybody has been let down on a birthday or a Valentine's Day or a Christmas because you have this lead up of this is what's supposed to happen on this particular day. Now, for me, I think that on my birthday, I should be celebrated. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's something that's important. I feel like if I have an anniversary with you and we committed our love, whether it be husband and wife or girlfriend and boyfriend or girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever that look like, that we celebrate that day. Valentine's Day is not that big of a deal to me. It just never has been. I just don't understand why we got to add.
Because you just said that you was hurt before. So
yeah, I was. Because I was younger at one point. I'm like, dang, everybody else got to give it. I'm like,
I want you to make sure your words are like you said, I never have been. So
Okay, I'm sorry. I have had a Valentine's Day, and I specifically remember when I was in 9th grade, and I had a boyfriend in 9th grade.
Oh, it was just 9th grade?
No, it was 9th grade because
I was like, the only time you was hurt. It was 9th grade.
Yeah, because it wasn't it's not, for me, it's not as big of a deal as it is for everybody else. The big deal for me is my birthday. If my birthday come around and you can't celebrate me on my birthday, you're a bum. Kill yourself. And anybody you brought with you. But for Valentine's Day, that's not as significant to me, because I feel like if you love me, you're gonna love me all the time. If you didn't love me before that, why would you love me on that day? If you didn't show up for me before that, why would you show up on that day? Make it make sense. So, when we look at this concept of what love and relationships really are, and when we look at what it really is to love somebody, you're supposed to love your significant other all the time. You're supposed to show up for them all the time. If you're going to do simple gestures of love, whether it be a text or flowers or candy, you should do that randomly. For me, that's more important for you to show up at a random moment than for this ordained holiday that ain't even real. Because they could take Valentine's Day off the map, and then what?
What's your perfect Valentine's Day? Like, what would be like your perfect thing that like will wow you for Valentine's Day?
If I celebrated it?
You do celebrate it.
I don't celebrate it. You can huff. You can huff. It ain't a day for me. If I celebrated Valentine's Day, my perfect Valentine's Day would be somebody doing something that really makes me happy.
Okay, so that's why I say, what's like your wow Valentine's Day? Like, what wow you like? What's that day? How does that day look like?
I don't know. Wake up in the morning, cook me breakfast. Maybe run me a nice hot bath when you get off work, and we hump real good. I'm good. If that's somebody that I'm really locked in with, because I don't feel like we have to do a whole lot. I don't want to go out to eat because there's a million people out to eat. We can go out to eat at any time. Send me a text. Tell me you love me. I'm good. I don't need a whole lot on that day because that's not a celebration for me.
So you wake up in the morning. He already called your job. Told him, I'm saying, and you be off. I had a black truck outside. Mm-hmm. You go outside. Take y'all to the spa. Got spa first thing in the morning, a couple hours. You in the water. You got a massage, nails, feet done. You leave there, go to a lunch. Go somewhere and eat some lunch. Leave there. Go catch a movie or something, outside movie. Leave there. Go to a park or something. Leave there. Go to a happy hour somewhere on the water. Leave there. Go to a nice dinner. Black truck take you home. The room set up. Roses on the bed, flowers in the room, balloons everywhere, gifts on the bed. What that do for you?
You know what I would want that more? On Mother's Day.
I'm talking about what would that do for you?
Because
what would that do for you on that day? How would that make you feel?
Amazing and special, but it doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day. I would rather you do that on Mother's Day and show me appreciation.
So you gotta pick and choose what they.
Because to me, it's like Valentine's Day is not real. If you love me for real. And for real for me is celebrate me for being a mother and raising these little snotty nosed kids. Celebrate me for having a birthday and making it to another year of life. Wake up on a Thursday and do that. You know what I'm saying? Just for me to not expecting it is more important to me. So if it's, let's say,
so that's what I'm saying. You want to expect it on Valentine's Day.
But so most people, you expect that kind of situation.
It would be a moment for you.
Yeah, but I would rather have it on a different day.
Yeah, but you will be happy and acceptance on that day. But a lot of women, I feel like they put in their head in this mindset of these days is not important. I don't need these things done on these days because they've been in situations when their person didn't do these things, and it's like, okay, it's not that big deal because I would want them to do these things on another day, not just this day. So it's not up in importance, but it shouldn't feel like it shouldn't. I'm not saying to look at it as that.
I feel like it's forced though.
I'm not saying like you look at it as that like I need a certain, I need a snail bag, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, and all that. it's a simple fact of somebody taking the time to think, put the thought process in, to do something for you, to show their love.
But why you can't show me that love when I got a raise in my job?
I'm not saying that you won't show the love on different days. It's about this day that comes once a year, every year, one time. Everybody knows it's not a different day. It's one day every year that it's not just the male show. It's the woman and the male show each other love on this day.
Most women don't show me love on Valentine's.
A lot of women don't.
Most women don't.
But some women do. And even if it's just a card. It's this day that happens once a year. You show love to your loved one. I mean, I don't see what's the problem. Or why even picture yourself in the mindset like I don't need on this day. When it's just like, it's these days it's only happen. It's Christmas. It's your birthday. Mother's Day was Father's Day. It's Valentine's Day.
And your anniversary.
And anniversary. It's 365 days in a year. It's not even 10 big days. So all these days are known days. It happens every year.
Agreed.
So why put yourself in a mindset that it's not even 10% of the days of the year that these days come, and they the same days every year? Why not say I want to feel some type of special something on these days? I don't want to say just because it's Mother's Day because I do this thing with my mother, or my birthday matter because I'm turning a different year, or it's Christmas because I do all these things in the year. I need this day, or it's less than 10 days out of 365 days. I'm with you. You love me. We love each other. Now sometimes it be times when it's financial things going on. That's different. But it's things you can still do to show love in the financial situation as well, just to show your love for your partner. But I don't like when a lot of women do I don't need this for this day. They put that in their mindset, in their head, just to try to make themselves feel better, because they've been in situations when it didn't happen, and they don't want themselves to feel like it's a thing, or feel like it's a big deal.
Agreed.
When honestly, they might feel like it's a big deal, and there's nothing wrong with feeling like it's a big deal, because again, it's not too many days out of the year that these events.
You alright? I mean, to each his own. I'm not a person that feels like I have any room to judge what somebody else wants or needs or how they feel about that. That's just not a day for me. It's not a big deal to me. A big deal to me is my birthday and an anniversary. If you can't show up on the birthday or the anniversary, to me, those are my Valentine's Day. Because I feel like my birthday.
So 2 out of 365 days instead of
those are the big days for me. Christmas not a big thing for me because I feel like that's for the kids. The allure and thing. Yeah, you give me something for Christmas, I appreciate it. But my big things are my birthday and whatever our anniversary is. Because
so four.
And Mother's Day. I say Mother's Day too. So that's 3.
So 3 out of 6.
I don't celebrate Father's Day. I'm not involved.
3 out of 5.
Okay.
Days
so we saying Christmas, Mother's Day, anniversary, birthday, and what's the other?
Valentine's Day, you said?
Valentine's Day. Okay. So on Christmas, that's a kid's thing.
5 days out of 365 days.
But why you can't show up for me the other 365 days?
And I was saying that they not showing up on them other days. But you minimizing them 5 days.
Because I feel like Valentine's Day is not a thing for me. It's just not.
So you minimize yourself for 5 days.
Okay. Cool. Yep. You ready? You done?
I was saying. If that's what you think is cool, minimizing yourself.
Everybody's different. You can't get.
Okay.
There are people that don't celebrate their birthdays. You know that, right? It's people that feel like on their birthday you shouldn't celebrate them. They don't want to get older. They don't want to feel older. They don't want to talk about it. It's women who are not mothers, so they don't celebrate Mother's Day. It's men that are not fathers. They don't celebrate Father's Day. I just don't feel like Valentine's Day is real for me. It's not a real holiday. It's not.
It's not a real holiday, but you'll accept it if somebody was to do it.
I'm gonna accept it if you do it on Tuesday.
It's real when they do it.
I'm accepted no matter what because I'm not gonna tell my significant other what he can or cannot do. But it's not a big day for me. If you don't show up for me on my birthday, that's way bigger to me than Valentine's Day. If you don't show up for me on our anniversary, that's way bigger to me than Valentine's Day. It just is. Valentine's Day is not something I'm going to lose sleep over. Now, you don't show up for me on my birthday, you all kind of MFers and all kinds of stuff in my mind. You know, F you, your mama, the dog, and the cat. But Valentine's just, it's not a thing. It's not a life or death for me. It's not a deal breaker. But everybody's different. And everybody, how they express their love is different. For me, it's more important for you to walk in the house on a Tuesday with chocolate covered strawberries, or take me out to eat on March the 18th because that's what you felt like doing, versus just having to say, okay, because today it's on. Everybody celebrate love. We gotta do it today.
Have you ever been taken out on that day after Valentine's Day, or after the day after?
No, I'm a person that if we gonna do it, we gonna do it. If we're gonna celebrate, we're gonna celebrate. But I'm not the side jump, so we're not gonna do the side jump day.
That means the side jump is
That's side jump day. The 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, that's side girl day.
You said you went on 18th, so you side jump.
Listen to what I'm saying. I said March.
No, you didn't say March.
But what I'm saying to you,
no.
I said February.
Yeah, you said February.
Okay, so I retract my statement. My thing is, don't try to put me in a position where you can do whatever. Don't do whatever you're gonna do on the 14th with somebody else, and then think we're gonna hang out the other day. No. I'm not side girl material. Some people are wifey material, and some women are side jump material. I ain't heard
recently. I'm
just not her.
Ever.
No, I'm not her.
You just said you did something for February 18th.
I'm not her. I'm wife material.
You in denial.
Check my resume.
I'm not saying you're not married. I'm just saying.
I ain't talking about being married. I'm talking about the behaviors that are.
But that don't mean you never did it before.
No, I'm not gonna be able to do it. You're not gonna call me. You're not gonna call me on the 15th and say let's go out to eat. No.
I know because he goes on the 18th.
No.
Yeah, you're a 4-day grace period.
Because him and his wife were not saying.
Side.
You the third choice. Yeah. He had some things he had to do. He got back with you.
Yeah, when he could.
Dang, that's terrible.
It be like that sometimes.
We know you know. Back in your younger years, you was him. You had it lined up the 14th through the 21st.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, no problem. You say you want no problem, I'm gonna say no problem.
You don't want to justify. You don't want to justify. Say you didn't.
I'm not justifying it.
So I'm just saying, it's okay though.
If we together,
let's be honest. I'm saying it's okay. It's no judgment on you.
I'm not judging.
It happens. You know what I'm saying? You did something 18th. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not a side jumper.
Maybe
I'm not built like that.
You're a super cool girl friend.
Mm-hmm. So what are we doing? Why are we celebrating Valentine's Day if I'm a super cool girl that's a friend? But we're just friends. So why do we have to celebrate?
And you was my friend. That wasn't your turn. It wasn't your turn.
Oh, I had to wait my turn.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
You did it.
I'm not gonna do it.
You did it.
The 14th is not a thing for me. So if you, so this is the thing. If you think that we dealing with each other and you know where to be found,
you meet somebody and you saw how you saw. That's great for a man. Because guess what? Now I can entertain somebody else on the 14th because you putting in this. I don't need nobody doing the 14th. Not a big deal. All right, I'll make somebody else a big deal, and I did with you on 18th.
Well, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then guess what?
I mean, that's why they did what they did on 18th.
Don't let me find out about it.
I mean, you wouldn't find out.
I'm gonna find out.
You cool in that
I'm a CIA. I'm gonna find out. If you did something I don't know about it, I'm gonna find out. I might not know at the moment. I'm gonna find out. One thing about it, we live in the DMV. You gonna find out. All girls take pictures like this with their plate by themselves. And guess what? I'm gonna look for the shadows, the background, all that.
A lot of girls they make sure they take their pictures and look at the background.
But this is the thing. If you a side jump, you know you a side jump, right? If a dude is playing you to the side and he got something else going on, you can pretty much tell. So if you decide, then I'm decide we're gonna side together, huh? Because if I'm not important to you, you ain't important to me. I ain't going out on the 18th. You wasn't important to me.
You went out on the 18th.
I didn't go out on the 18th.
You just said you went out on the 18th.
I gave you the wrong date.
No, you didn't.
But yes, I did. Because my thing is, this is my thing.
You're not gonna switch the day.
If you're not gonna love me every day, then you don't have to pick this particular day to be in love with me. Be in love with me all the time. Show me that you care
So
all
you
the time.
now like you was a side jump.
No, I don't
so you think you never was a side jump before?
If I was, I didn't know about it. It's no way in the world. I'm too much of a big personality for you to think you're gonna side jump.
So you think so everybody you dealt with, you think you was the only person they dealt with?
Nah. Not if we wasn't exclusive. You know when you exclusive? How do you not know you exclusive? You know when you can tell by somebody's actions if they dealing with somebody else. If they don't call you on a regular basis, if they don't care that they blocked on your phone, if they ain't rapping with you on a regular, if they ain't not hanging with you, y'all ain't really dealing with y'all.
So you block everybody.
I don't block everybody.
You just said don't care about
I say if they're blocked, if you're blocked on their phone.
So you that's the thing you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna block you if I don't want to be blocked.
That's a part of your love language.
No, it's a part of I don't want to be blocked.
That's part of your love language.
It's not love language.
Why do women do that?
Block you?
Yeah,
because what are we talking? If a woman block you, what are we talking about?
Block, unblock.
For what?
Why do you block to unblock? Though?
What if you just block then not unblock?
But 99% of women block and then unblock. Won't you just stay unblocked? Why don't you
just stay blocked?
Cause y'all don't leave a block.
You don't know that?
Listen, women put in their mind that they blocking this number as soon as they.
So in all actuality, I feel like it's owning your truth about how you feel, what you want, what you need, what your needs are. For me, my needs are being loved all the time. And if you can't love me all the time, then a holiday is not going to prove anything. If you love me all the time and you decide you want to celebrate the holiday, cool. I'm with it, if that's what you want to do. But if you didn't love me in March, if you didn't love me in December, what's February? Where's the lie? Now you're confused. Okay, no problem.
I'm not confused. I always say what I say.
Okay, no problem.
I say what I say. I always get it with you.
Now let's get it with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you is basically you have put yourself in this mindset of this day is not that serious because you experience days like this, and but people didn't show up how you want them to show up.
People don't show up how you want them to show up any other time. They don't have to do that day.
And because
so we all have to celebrate it because we
somebody super side jump one day. You was in denial about being.
Did you say super side jump?
Super. You on
super
18th.
Side jump.
Super.
Oh, okay.
It was on the 18th.
Okay.
They did 4 days later. You was acceptance of that.
Mm-hmm.
It was in denial that you know what I'm saying, that it was other things in place. Mm-hmm. Why they couldn't have it.
So what you're basically saying is, if a man doesn't celebrate you on Valentine's Day, that's a problem.
If you gonna celebrate Valentine's Day 4 days later,
I don't want to celebrate it at all. It's not about celebrating it at all for me. Show up for me all the time.
But you the acceptance of celebrating 4 days later.
Oh my Lord, it's not the acceptance of it. It's
okay.
If you're not gonna show up all the time, don't just show up today.
No, I mean use acceptance when it was your turn. So
it was my turn.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of women not gonna admit, yeah, it was my turn on February 18th. I couldn't do the 14th, but it wasn't my turn. Couldn't get that day. He had to dedicate that day to that person. Mm-hmm. And of course they wouldn't acknowledge that. They wouldn't speak and say that. They gotta put themselves in a mindset like, okay, this day not that important. I don't have to do this day.
So because we're in America, you're telling me that I have to say, hey sir, you have to show up for me on Christmas, my birthday, Mother's Day, anniversary, and February 14th. I have to add the 14th.
It's nothing that you have to say.
Because I'm just trying to understand. No. What I'm saying, no, because you're saying if somebody doesn't celebrate you on Valentine's Day, they don't love you.
I never said that.
You are. You just said that you're in acceptance of.
No, I say for you to say, I don't need nobody to do these things on this day. But I want you to do these things on Mother's Day. I want you to do this on my birthday. I don't want you. It's not a need for you to do this on Valentine's Day. I said it's 5 things a year out of 365 days. Okay. Which was Mother's Day, anniversary, Christmas, birthday, and Valentine's Day, right? Mm-hmm. These 5 days, Why not feel like I would want these Valentine's Days? Not saying they gotta be all blown out like a big thing, but I want to feel special on these days. And even if it's feeling special is cooking me a meal, give me a card, give me some balloons, something slight.
So we just agree to disagree.
I mean, it's true.
Because you've fallen into the pagan holiday of Valentine's Day, and you have allowed America to make you believe that on February 14th you have to also be celebrated.
Yeah.
We just want to agree to disagree.
And this America, you believe you will be accepted on every 5 of them days. You'll be happy if somebody wowed you every 5 of them days.
I want you to wow me on other days though.
But you'll be happy on them days too.
I'm happy on any day.
You'll be happy on them days too.
I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't be appreciative. Yeah. What I'm saying is that's not a big thing for me. So we just agree to disagree. So with that being said, what love looks like is showing up for your partner all the time, along with these 5 days, as you said, correct? So the agreement of it is we just agree to disagree. We don't have you don't have to show up like you want them to show up.
I understand why you say that, so it's fine.
I'm listening.
No, I understand why you say that.
So go ahead.
Because your experiences.
It wasn't consistent experiences though.
I didn't say it was consistent. I never said it was consistent. But your experience, the super side. So
the super. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up today by saying that from a male's perspective, a woman should require her to be celebrated on those 5 days. And if she doesn't require those 5 days, you can find
she
something.
Have to require it.
You just said that though.
It shouldn't happen though.
Okay, so the 5 days should happen.
She shouldn't just sit back and say,
she's not important.
I don't need this on this day. I don't need this on this day. But again, when you've been in the space of the super side, it's different. So
okay. We just agree to disagree. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. Whatever makes you happy. I feel you. I feel happy. It does make me happy because it's not a big deal for me. Because you said
it's super side. Make you happy. On the 18th. It worked.
So it's a mind game.
No, I'm saying it was a 7th. It was a 7th.
But you said it worked.
It did.
So what was the work?
That she was acceptance of it. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for a man. That's one up. You won. City boys up. That's one.
I'm not even gonna argue with you about
City boys up. Hey.
I'm gonna let you win today. Hey. I'm not even gonna say. I'm just gonna say I believe what I believe. You believe what you believe, and we're gonna walk away with it like that.
But if a lot of men will love a woman to be accepted of that.
So I need to change my mindset.
Nah, keep like
No. I'm serious.
It's good for.
I'm asking you a question. So in order to be in a different position in your relationship, you need to be wanting or needing for all of those 5 days to be relevant.
I'm not going against the men, so I want to say I'm saying for us men, it's good for you to think like that.
Okay. So now we just have to ask people how they think about it when they look at the podcast, when they listen to the radio show. What do you really think? Do you feel like if somebody doesn't celebrate you on these all 5 days, Mother's Day, birthday, anniversary, Christmas, and Valentine's Day, you're accepting less? So we just ask people what they think about it. Everybody has a different opinion, and I would love to hear what they think about this. So moving forward, you can leave a comment, you can send us an email, you can go on our Facebook or our Instagram or our YouTube and tell us what you really think about it. Is not celebrating Valentine's Day making you less than in your relationship?
And it's really okay if you was in a position as a super side and use acceptance of super side date of February 18th. Men appreciate that from the bottom of their heart.
And we're gonna leave right there.
With love.
With the end cap.
Always love.
Talk to y'all next time. I like that for us. I like that fun. That was a good one. I know you damn well don't think I'm gonna go over there and press the button. I'm not doing it. Yeah.
Your legs probably can't.
First of all, my legs been crossing too long. So now my legs numb.